Okay, last time we created our legs, but now we want to have a go at creating the spine and arms. So we're going to start off the arms first, and I'm going to do this by spacebar, and this time we're going to work with the top view. It's going to go to the side here, and we're going to start creating the left arm. So over to skeleton, get our create joint. Now we're going to start off with the collarbone, which is going to move a bit forward off the center line. So it's the bone connecting here. Then we're going to go to the shoulder, about there. And now I'm going to add the elbow and add a bit of a bend here. Now the reason I add a bend is so that I'm telling Maya to bend it the direction I want it to bend. Otherwise, if you do it exactly straight, it could be 50-50 either way. This way it guarantees the way I want it to bend. And then the wrist. And that's it. That's all we need so far. And now pressing space, I'm just going to move this guy up. And just approximately where I would guess the shoulder would be. Bring it in there with the hip. And now on the side view, I can just make some adjustments, such as I want to bring the shoulder up a bit. And that's it. That's all I want to do, just bring the shoulder up a bit from the collarbone. And of course, we do need to label these, so. No, that's color. Collar. And shoulder. Elbow. And finally, wrist. Now, what we're also going to do is create some fingers as well. So first we need to do, we'll go just from the side view, is create our finger. So we're going to get the joint tool. And I'm going to do a little bit ahead here. So this will be the center. I'm going to do it for the middle finger. And just create about there. Now remember, you can always adjust these later and just create extra joints. So we've got our, what's that? Our knuckle, middle, tip. So there you go. So I'm going to call this, oh, I'll call this one base, mid, tip. So what I do need to do is start duplicating things. So I'm going to go select those joints, and what we're going to do, modify prefix hierarchy names. This is going to be our middle finger. So remember mid, and make sure you've got underscore after it. So now that's our middle finger. So now I just need to duplicate it. I'm going to press Ctrl D to duplicate and move this over, and this is going to be our index finger. Just going to move it down a smidge, so it's just a bit short, because if we look at fingers, the middle one's longest usually, and then the index and ring finger are identical. And with that selected, I'm just going to go to modify, search and replace names, and I want to search for mid underscore and replace with index underscore. Replace, and it's done that. So now I can go Control D and move this guy over here. Do similar. Where is it? Modify, search and replace. This time we want to search for index and replace it with ring, because ring finger being where your wedding ring goes usually. Replace. And Control D to duplicate again. Move them down here. And this one's going to be our pinky, so you may have guessed it. Search and replace names. We're going to search for ring and put in pinky underscore. Replace. And we're probably going to do the same for our thumb. So I'm going to get the middle one this time and duplicate that. Move it down here, do a bit of rotation. So that looks about right. And this happy chappy is going to be our thumb. So modify, search replace name. So searching for mid underscore and replace it with thumb underscore. There you go. It is really important to name because you see we're dealing with a lot of joints here. And I am going to just have a get rid of these numbers over here to tidy up a bit. You don't really have to do this, it's just a personal preference of mine. So there we go. So now we can go over here. Now, luckily enough, it seems that the joints have lined up with the shoulder, which is really, really nice. I didn't anticipate that to happen. It was a happy surprise. You can spend your time now just tweaking the arm and connecting it. So I will do this. So in this viewport, we want to make sure that all these connect to the wrist. So we'll go to this through parenting. So we click on the child being the finger, and I'm going to hold shift and click on the wrist, which is the parent, going over to edit, parent or P, and there you go, that's connected. Now do the same for the rest. There we go. Now at the moment the hand looks rather flat. It's not really much of a hand. I just realized this is from the side. I just realized I did this from the front view instead of the top view. Oops. Not to worry. I can easily move these along. So this front port, I'm just going to grab this thumb and move it to the side here. Yeah, sometimes you can make mistakes like this. It's okay. This is when you can just tweak them up a bit. Now I'm going to grab these joints like so. I'm going to try a little experiment. Can I? No, computers won't do that. So I'm going to use this view here to kind of move them into position. So that one, and again, this is why it's so good to have things labeled. And that's middle, and it just there. So that kind of makes sense. So now the top viewpoint makes a lot of sense now. And I might actually rotate, because if you look at your fingers, they kind of fan out. So we kind of want that sensation there. So I'm gonna make a lot of tweaks. I can also grab this and shorten this a bit. Might make this finger a little bit longer. There we go. And just turn this a bit, and you the same. There we go, that looks better. Down a bit. And we're going to have a little fix up of the thumb here. Just pull you out a wee bit there. I'm just going to bring this in. Now, we don't normally walk around with our hands like that absolutely straight, so I am going to bend them a little bit. Because if you look at your hands straight on, there's kind of a curve at the hand here. So I'm just going to tweak this. I'm going to hold shift, selecting the index, then going shift and holding the pinky, the ring, and the middle last. And the reason I'm doing the middle last is so I can go up and down that hierarchy. So if I press up on my keyboard, you can see I go up and down as such. It makes it really easy. So now I can just grab and rotate, just bend them just a wee bit, maybe bend the knuckles back. So that kind of looks more like a natural hand to me. That looks a lot better. It looks quite big to be a hand, so I might actually grab this and just scale it in just a wee bit. There you go. So you make some adjustments and tweak it up. If you find that your joints are a bit too fat, you can select those joints, go over to modify, is it modify display? Yeah, display, animation, joint size, and just reduce those joints down a bit. But I don't like doing this too much because it could get a bit mucky later, so I'm just going to keep mine at 1. So with my joints selected, I can now select on here and I want to add the left. So modify, prefix hierarchy name, and this is going to be L underscore. And we've got the left, so now we want to create the right. So you guessed it, skeleton, mirror joints. I'm going to click on this here. And I want it on there, and like I got last time, change the L to R. Happy with those settings. Slam on mirror, and voila, it's created my joints there. So just to finish off, we're going to add in the spine, and then we can be ready next time to add the set-driven keys to the hands to make them animate and do all kinds of wonderful things. So I'm going to do this on the side view. I'm going to grab my joint tool. I'm going to grab this guy here, and this is going to be our pelvic region. We're going to go up the spine. So our pelvic region there, and then going to add a little bit of a curve. So we're going to go about the stomach area, the diaphragm, chest, and now we're going to go for the neck, and then the top of the head. Now I put this back here for the top of the head because when we move our heads, it seems to be like from the top there, so that's why we always put it a bit back. And voila. And then quickly just going to name our joints. So this is be root, and I'm going to be boring. I'll call this spine 1, spine 2, and this will be my chest region, neck, and finally the head. You can put way more joints in to make your character really flexible. Like if they're going to be a contortionist, add more joints in there. But it means you have to bind the mesh to way more joints, and it could get a bit more complicated. But depending on your rig, I'm just doing generic people rig. So now is the beautiful time of connecting everything together. So I'm going to do this in perspective view. Now the reason we call it the root joint is because it's the first joint that everything connects to. So I'm going to select the hip, and holding shift, I'm going to click on this guy, and remember it's an edit parent. Another alternative, if you want to, you can grab this middle mouse button, drag into the root, etc. And I'm going to just do this one to here, parent, and there to there, parent. And there you go. You've got the setting for your arm, the rig ready. And I said next time we're going to be adding the set-driven keys so the hands can do all kinds of wonderful things. But until next time, I'll see you later.